So I thought, in honor of it being August 8th, 808, I would just see what I can do messing around in here, starting every sound with Bitwig's native 808 drums. I'll probably do some things later on to get some melodic kinds of sounds out of them, but I thought that'd just be a fun thing to do today. All right, so I'll start off with the drums. Right now in the drum rack, I just have a kick, a snare, and a hat loaded with no effects on them. And I'll start putting together some kind of drum sound here. That a little faster. I think I've made a little bit of a mistake here. I'll use this repeat here. And something that's cool to do in Bitwig, probably most DAWs DAWs can do this. I'm going to select all of the hats and go over here to where it says velocity spread. And I'm just going to increase the mean. I'll drop these down a little so that I want that one to play 4 times. I'll have that play every second time. Okay, I'm going to go in here to the kick. Give it some drive. Cut down the decay a little bit. Some more punch. I think I'm going to do this in G, so I'll... Alright, I'm going to add some saturation on here. I think I'd like to have some more saturation but less mix. So I'm going to put this into a chain. And reduce the mix a little bit. All right, that'll do for now. I'm going to add the kilohertz clipper. All right, let me just throw an EQ in there, which I'll probably revisit a little bit more later. That's sounding pretty thick. Might want less of that when the bass comes in, but for now it's cool. Okay, I'm going to go in here to first check out the snare drum. I'm going to group this. And I'm going to add also a clap. You can just, I'm on a Mac, you can hit Command G to group like that. All right, that sounds cool. Maybe I'll make all this kind of short. Okay. The clap, I want that to be in the high end. Okay. I'll leave it like that for now. And I'm going to do a little bit of processing here on the whole snare group. For starters, I'll also add the kilohertz clipper. I believe this is free, so that's pretty nice. And I think what I'd like to do in addition is make it a little bit tighter, a little bit snappier and shorter. So I'm going to put Shaperbox in here on trim. I'm going to set that to MIDI. I think on the hat itself, sorry, the clap itself, I'm going to add some distortion. I'm going to put that before the EQ. here, I'll do the same thing I did before with the chain and the saturator. That just kind of helps it sound a little bit more like one instrument. I'm going to throw a compressor plus on here too. Smash. This has a pretty fast attack. And I'm going to set this to saturate. Maybe I'll take the mix down a little bit here. And I'm going to add in a convolution reverb. Not that one. Okay, cool. And I'm going to go over to this view here and take down some of this early. All right. Heading back over to the hat. I'm going to take the decay way down. I'm going to add in a random here. And I'm going to set this to hold and note so that it is triggering each time a note hits. And now this is going to adjust so that we're getting some longer decays. Nothing terribly long in there, but there we go. And maybe I'll just double this. This one is going to be bipolar so that we're getting a different amount of noise each time. The drums themselves, they're already doing something kind of similar to what this is. They're already randomizing. You can disable that by hitting consistent sound here. But I just like for things to sound a little different, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, I think that, one last thing I want to do here is I'm going to add a tool, maybe more than one last thing. And I'm going to copy this, I'm going to copy the second random because that one is bipolar, and then I'm going to assign this, since this is in the effects of the hat itself, I'm going to assign this to randomize the pan. Is this not bipolar? They're both supposed to be bipolar. Okay, there we go. I'll put an EQ2 on here to EQ2, cut out some of the lows. Not that there's much there to cut out, but and I'm going to add. I wonder what a comb filter might sound like here. What I'll do is, in here as well, add some randoms. And these will be totally smooth. I'm going to leave it at hertz, make it kind of slow. This set the wrong one there. There we go. Okay, so this one is already... This one is not modulating, so this one, I'll make this one bipolar. And that's going to modulate the resonance. Maybe not so much. And I'll throw on one more here. This one, I'll do the same as previously, where it's triggering from the note. Why don't I see anything? Sorry, note. And that's just going to cut down. Because that effect is cool, but could get a little old after a while. I will throw just a little bit of reverb on here. I'll just stick with that one. I'll be spending less time on sound selection than I would in the real world, just because I don't want to spend forever looking through stuff. Okay. I'll add in a tom. I'll put that up here. And this time I'll search for it correctly. Do I want it here? Yeah. I'll have this play every 3 times. And as such, I'm going to have this play. I think I don't want that happening all the time, so I'm just going to have it play every 5th of 6 times. And while I'm working on these, I'm just going to turn that off so that they're on all the time. Take out a little bit of the lows here. And maybe I'll take this up an octave. Saturation here as well. Same thing here, I'm just going to put a chain on to take the mix down. Oops, I need to do that. think what I want to do here is I'm going to take this down to 7 semitones up. I'll add in a note count. And this is going to just do 2 notes with an increment of 1. So I want the second note to be up here. This should do it. I think I might have to reverse this. It's doing the same thing. There we go. Sure, I'll add a little room on here too. I'll let's see if there's like a cool plate. Wow. Stick with that. And I think that sometimes here on the snare, I'll have some dubby kind of delays. Now I can go back in here and turn that on. Throw this delay in here before the convolution. That already sounds about right. This is going to happen at the end of every 4 bars. So to do this, I'll do a steps. And I am at halftime right now, so I don't know if I want this to be 8 bars or not, but it'll be easy enough to do. So I'll set this to half note and 8, because that's a total of 4 bars. And I want it to hit only the second snare hit. And also, I'm going to need to assign that modulator. Okay, so the issue here is that I want this to continue to ring out. So what I'll do here is I'm going to create a new send track back to the drum machine. And I'm going to take, where's our delay? Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to take this modulator here and drop it into the drum machine modulators, which is just such a great feature. I'll go ahead and take it out of there. I'm going to turn the mix all the way up on that, and then I'm going to move this delay plus into here, and just so that I know the difference between it and other ones, other delays that I might have down here, I'm going to name it dub delay. This is almost identical, but this one is ping pong, and I just think that sounded pretty good with the stereo rather than ping pong. Okay, back here. I'm going to... This is my snare layer here. And I'm going to assign this modulator to the dub delay. So let's see, this could be too loud, it could be good. Okay, that might be a little bit loud. But I also want the decay to be a little bit longer, and I'd like it to be a little bit brighter. Alright, I'll leave that as is for now, and I will start making a bass. And for that I'm going to use the V8 kick. And I'm going to click on the keyboard here. Now it's going to play whatever notes I send it. Okay. So I'm going to jump in here. Just find any G. There we go. And so let's see how we're doing here. Might sound a little too kicky. Let's see what I can do with that, because I do like how it sounds a little lower down there. I think that's cool, kind of not what I had in mind, but just gonna go with it. I'll put a ADSR here, and this is going to be very quick. Let's get a side chain on this, and I am going to want this to come from MIDI, so I'm going to put a note receiver here. That's a note effect, so don't see, oh, where'd you go? Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to select drums, and I don't know if there's a delay, and I'll just use this kick, that's fine. that off, I'm just going to go ahead and throw the... Oh, where'd you go? Not what I wanted. I want the Serum 2 effects. But I will put in this low-high split here. And I'll set this to 150. And I'm going to put a utility in there. This probably doesn't need to be monoed, but just in case. And on the in the highs, I'm going to add some reverb. I think I'm just going to take that off and put another one in. So that should be up here. And I'll use a soft saturation. Nope, that's what I already have. I'll use a soft clip. Alright, and I think I'd like to just give this a little bit of a different envelope here. Okay, I think that's enough of that. Don't want to get too bogged down. So, like I said before, I'm going to do my best to use just these V8 808 drum sounds to make everything. So, what I'm going to do here is create a new track. And this one. I am going to start it off with a V8 kick. And then actually, before I get too far, I think I am going to just throw in some more drum sounds, possibly. I'm going to go to C3. Is my snap off? Yes. I was wondering why I was doing that. Okay. So I want this to have as little pitch bend as possible. Okay, so that's maybe more of like a saw or a squarish saw, I think. And what I'm going to do now is just, firstly, I'm going to make this a longer MIDI clip. Now I'm going to bounce it. Okay, so I have this audio form here. Now I'm going to take out the kick, and I'm going to add in a sampler. All right, so now I'm going to put this in here. And this should, hopefully, play in tune. So I'm going to, what I want to do is I want to be able to phase modulate that sound to get some cool stuff. So I am going to load in, I don't need to do that. I'm just going to go in here. First I have to have Serum open. Open this, and now I'm going to drag, this is going to be, yeah, I'll just do a sample here. Okay. to use this oscillator. We're not going to hear it, rather, but I am going to use it too. So I'm going to change this filter to a multi-filter, and it is going to be maybe I just want high and band. Yeah, I think that seems reasonable. So here I'm going to go into this LFO and I'm going to select Chaos Lawrence. Use that for now, and I'm not going to use retrigger. I'll set that to Hertz. So I'm going to set the X to the cutoff and the Y to the frequency, which is deciding what kind of blend it's getting here. I wonder what this would sound like with some FM also. It's not doing much because it's on the wrong one. That's still the wrong one. What happens if I put some Seinfeld on here? Alright, so I'll go into the effects here. I'm going to start off with a distortion, overdrive. I'm going to put that through a multiband compressor. I'm also going to right click on here, go to Mod Source, Notes, and Note on Discrete so that it's coming in randomly in the pan. I'm going to make it a little bit less extreme. I think I'm going to do the same here with the Portamento. But again, less extreme. I'm going to make that bipolar so sometimes it doesn't happen. Okay. last time. Okay, that'll be enough of that for now, and I'm just going to throw in one more thing here. I'm going to go about it the same way. This one I'll make granular. Just going to throw in a G minor chord here. Change around. I don't know what that funny bubbly sound is. Set this one over here to 16th notes. I'll take the level all the way down on it. Make it free, and I want 8th notes, not 16th notes. I'm going to do a right click on there, modulate Y. And I'm going to select LFO2. This I will make free as well. Full bar, I'll make it a little smooth. I don't know what on earth is making it make that bubbly sound, but I'm just not going to worry about it too much right now. Maybe I want to, I'm going to bypass this for now and see if it sounds cooler on the filter. Yeah, I'll leave it there. In the interest of finishing this up quickly, I'll just throw a compressor. Just a little bit of saturation. these massive ones, even though they're somewhat egregious. Like, I mean, that's super cool, but what are you going to do with it? So I just kind of knock down the decay time. Okay, I think that's enough of that. That ended up being a lot longer than I expected, but whole song-ish made from only 808 sounds. I said I was going to put more percussion elements in here, and I'm going to do it. And I need to be on the right track to do this. I'm going to put some maracas. Okay, so again, I feel like I've been yammering on for quite some time here. So I'm just going to highlight an interesting, cool technique. Maybe you know about it already. If you hit 3, you now have your pencil tool, and it just will, wherever you click, it draws it immediately, whereas if you're on the arrow tool, you have to double click. It'll also delete it. So it's a nice tool, but then you can also hold down the option button and then scroll across, and it will populate it out entirely in the instrument you're looking, or the note rather that you're looking at, which in this case happens to be an instrument. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to click on this, which is the randomization, and I'm going to increase, decrease the mean here. I'll increase the chaos, the randomization of the randomization. So now it's improbable that all of these notes are actually going to play for the maracas. And then lastly, before I push the play button and see how this turned out, I'm just going to hit this chaos here so that they're all playing different velocities. Okay, here's this now. So some of that I thought was really cool, and some of it was kind of goofy. So what can be fun, especially if you're feeling like a little stuck and not sure of what to do, is that you can right-click on a clip. This only works in the clip launcher. You can do it in the arranger, but it won't. I think it'll maintain the randomization if you do it in the arranger. We'll try it both ways and see what happens. So what I want to do here is I right-clicked on here, and I'm going to click expand. So I'm going to say this is going to be a 4-bar loop, okay? So now this is a 4-bar loop. And if we look at it, we'll see that all that randomization and any velocity spread type stuff is gone. This is all baked in now. So you could, listen through this, see what's cool. Like maybe we'll take those out, for example. Whatever. I'm not going to go through and edit that right now. The idea is just to show how you can kind of quickly put something out there and get into maybe a little bit more of editing mode rather than stressing yourself out thinking about it if it's not working. Okay, so this also... Oh, it doesn't expand. Okay, right. So this, in the arranger view, it works a little differently to where you loop it out, and then you can hit Command J and it becomes one loop. Oh, you know what? Yeah, see, okay. These maracas still have their randomization. Even though, for some reason, some of them are not there. I don't know why it did that, but this is not going to give consistent playback. See, it'll change the way it's playing each time. So, which I really enjoy, but probably you don't want for something you're actually trying to put out into the world, because randomization can be really cool and it can be not really cool sometimes too, especially when it comes to an instrument like drums. Okay, thanks for watching this video, which was surprisingly longer than I expected. Maybe not very surprisingly. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, or afternoon. and that your life is wonderful. See you next time.